Letting these notifications get out. What's up, y'all? Let these notifications do their thing. Hell yeah, we're making chili dogs today. Ugh. One of my favorite things on earth to make is hot dogs. Easily, probably the thing that I make more than anything else is hot dogs, without a doubt. I absolutely love making hot dogs. It's easily the thing I cook more than anything else, for sure. What's up, Kelsey? How are you, darling? Actually, before we get started with this, how about let's go have a word from our sponsors. We got everything here that we need, and I actually need to refer to a picture because there's an exact amount of water to use with this. I got pretty much everything else memorized, but I've done this. The reason I'm so weird about this specific, what's up, Gary Panisse in the house. There's a reason that I'm weird about this, is because I made this before and I made so much of it. And when I tasted it at the end, I was like, okay, something's not right here. Something is drastically off. So that being said, I want to make sure. Ooh, did y'all hear that? That was my bag. Could you guys hear that? I wonder if you could hear that. Hear that? I wonder if. So that being said, I want to make sure. Ooh, did y'all hear that? That was my bag. Yeah, you could hear it. You could hear it. Listen again. Is drastically off. Listen. So that being said, listen. I want to make sure. Ooh, did y'all hear that? That was my bag. That was a nice pop right there. Anyway, yes, all right. What's up, Jason, Jade, Pooter, Kelsey, Gary, Panisse. Also, hello to Ruthie Panisse if you're watching. Let me look in here. And should be a third a cup of water, right? Yeah, 1/3 cup. See, I didn't even need to look. I knew what I needed, but I'm so weird about sometimes I don't trust my memory. Which I really should stop distrusting my own memory because I have a pretty steel trap brain. And I should trust it. I know I need 3.5 teaspoons. 2.5 teaspoons. I would have gotten that one wrong. 2.5 teaspoons, half teaspoon of everything else. 2.5 teaspoons chili powder, half teaspoons of everything else. And then, yep. All right, let's have if I'm up here, you guys still won't be able to see that. Guys, please, if it's not too much trouble and you haven't yet, please like the video. If you have not touched the little thumbs up button and it is not illuminated in some way on your end, please like the video if it's okay with you to do so. I, for one, would very much appreciate that. All right. Now I'm doubling this recipe up too, which is why I also wanted to kind of refer to this first. So You do like chili dogs? Hell yeah, big Tetris guy. Well, guess what? You're going to love this stream because we are making the best chili dogs you have ever had. Now, I don't brag a whole hell of a lot. But when it comes to the food items, spot on, 2/3 of a cup. I'll have that ready right there. This has got something in it. Dump that out. And just like my gravy mix, I don't have a, well, we'll just do that as it goes. I'll use this little ramekin here. I'm gonna go ahead and measure out all of my ingredients. So chili powder here. We're going the 1 teaspoon and the 1/2 teaspoon. So I need both of these. I need, pop the cap off of that. So 1, 2, and 1/2. Then let's pop that cap back on there. I'm gonna need 1/2 teaspoon of, well, if I can, maybe I'll just go this way. Half a teaspoon of onion powder. 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder. Which I should be good with, like, just putting this in there, but like I said, I'm scared of this because I fucked it up once. Garlic powder, like, half a teaspoon of salt. Oh shit, I'm doing this for 1 batch. I need to do 2 batches. I'm stupid. What am I thinking here? Why didn't you guys tell me what I was doing? Why didn't you guys let me know? Oh shit. So that brings us to 5 teaspoons of chili powder. I've already put in 1/2 teaspoon of onion powder and garlic powder. Would have been a lot easier to just use the full teaspoon because these halvers make everything a whole. We got that. And we got that. spills, that's good. Now, black pepper, I need a whole teaspoon of black pepper. Bam. And a whole teaspoon of sugar. I'm excited about this. I usually do just hot dogs as a simple thing. It never gets complicated. But every now and again, you know, you need to change things up. So I'm pretty sure that's all that I needed. I am going to refer to this list one last time to make sure I got everything. So I put the water, tomato sauce, I got my beef, I got that extra stuff, 5 salt, pepper, sugar. It doesn't call for garlic, but I like garlic. And then I need the, yes. So everything I had, all the stuff I was curious about was done. So now let me rinse off these measuring spoons. Rinse those off. Leave them back here to dry. So as far as all of the stuff that I put in there, we got for 1 pound of hamburger meat, I used this recipe that I found on All Recipes, which I like. I used to, when I first started cooking, I really referenced all, A-L-L, All Recipes a lot. So, yeah, when I first started cooking, that was kind of my reference point to how to do a lot of stuff. So I referenced that for this. It's called Jeff's Hot Dog Chili is the name of that recipe. But that's just the reference that I use to find out exactly the amounts of like the seasonings that you're supposed to put in there. And I got bold and eyeballed it a couple of times, but like I said, it didn't turn out the way that I wanted it to when I eyeballed it. So I'm just not taking any chances since I'm making such a large amount. I'm using 2 pounds of hamburger meat. And like I said, that recipe doesn't call for garlic. I like garlic, so I put it in there. It also doesn't call for the secret ingredient that I put in that's secret. There's not that not that big of a secret. We're all gonna know how I'm making it at the end of this because I'm not here to make a bunch of money off of this thing. I'm here to help people cook the things that they like to eat. And that's my goal. Is to show you guys everything that I know so that we can all know the same stuff. And like I said, that recipe is for 1 pound of hamburger meat, but I double up all the stuff because I'm doing obviously 2 pounds of hamburger meat. I'm gonna go ahead now that we got this in there and get that kicked on. Heat going on that. I think we got a couple of bags of tortilla chips left over from the party the other day that I think are probably still good. And I got a container of queso from H-E-B. And I'm gonna heat up some queso, a little snacky snack. This advertises as heats in container, so I can just peel this film off the top here. Because I'm not looking for that to be a part of what gets heated. And how long do I put this in there for? Remove lid and plastic film, microwave on high for 1 minute. Stir and repeat until desired temperature is reached. Okay. 1 minute. We're gonna just do that. Okay, now I need the spoon, the wooden spoon that I like to make chili with. I'm gonna go ahead and I like to do this in this way. Like this, you can get in there and be aggressive and treat this thing like a promiscuous high school student and you're Michael Myers, you gotta get in there and you just gotta be stabbing, you know what I mean? Find any spot that needs to be broken apart. This is easier. It's easier to do this now. It'll cook more evenly and in a better way. You'll get a more desirable consistency on these little crumbles of meat if you don't skip that part, Yes, we are streaming some Skyrim tonight. Of course we are. You kidding me? Of course we're streaming Skyrim tonight. Welcome to another episode of Domestic Wiz. That's right. Here we are. So let's take a little spoony spoon and steer up the queso. Honestly, 1 minute might. Give it another minute. I wonder if these kind of go stale. If I eat one of these and it's stale, I'll be so pissed. Nope. Still good. So if you like chili dogs and you want to know how to create that yourself, we're going to show you how to do that. What was that? That was H-E-B Bakery tortilla chips. They make these fresh at H-E-B. These are flavored with sea salt and ooh. Take one of them. I'll take one of these big ones here. Oh yeah. There's zero resistance anywhere in here. This is all melted nice. Ooh. chip and queso. Well, that's pretty damn good for a little snack while we're cooking. Also, we got a handful of these Heineken 00s left. So, I might end up enjoying myself a couple of those. Hell yeah. This queso rules. Once it cools down just a little bit, it'll get to be a little thicker consistency. And be even better. I went the other day and got a bunch of other ingredients for cooking over the next couple weeks. Some of the things that we're going to be doing is I'm going to be doing a crock pot and smoker. I'm going to smoke it first and then finish it in the crock pot. A pork shoulder. And I'm going to pull that into barbecue. So how I usually do that is I'll just put the whole pork shoulder in the crock pot on low for about, I don't know, 8 to 12 hours, or 8 to 10 hours probably, realistically. And yeah, I'd probably do that. And just, I would put like just any barbecue sauce that I was going to use, whatever, Sweet Baby Ray's or whatever. I would just put a full bottle of it on top of it and just let that shit cook in the crock pot on low for a really long time. But I think this time I'm going to split that time in half between the smoker and finish it in the crock pot. So I'm going to start out there on the smoker and finish in the crock pot. Also, I would normally always do red hots. I'm not doing the red hots today. Since I'm making the chili, I'm just doing hot dogs. And got all of these from the Super Bowl party. We have a lot of buns left. So before they end up getting wasted and go bad, we're gonna put that stuff to use. But like I said, I went and got a bunch of ingredients the other day, but the hamburger meat that I'm thawing out isn't going to be thawed out for another day or two. In fact, that'll be thawed out quicker than that pork shoulder will, because the pork shoulder also got frozen. But I had to go back to H-E-B today to grab a 2 pounds of hamburger meat and a can of tomato sauce. I also got some cinnamon rolls, so maybe we'll do a little dessert. Maybe we'll do a little cinnamon roll dessert at the end of this thing. I bet this queso is cooled off enough to where that consistency is nice. Oh yeah, dude. Oh yeah, babe. Because it's only going to take these hot dogs a few minutes to grill, I'm going to wait for the chili to get done before I start them. But I could probably go ahead and get them seasoned instead of eating chips and salsa, or chips and queso rather. I'm gonna let this hamburger meat, at the point that it's at right now, most people will probably consider that browned. But for me, I really want it to be, I want it to be crumbly, like almost crunchy in a way. Give it some more height. Oh, there we go. That's better, right? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I kind of want it to be crumbly. And right now it's cooking in its own fat, which is good. So I'm gonna let it do that for a few more minutes. Go ahead and get these hot dogs. That wasn't directed at any of you. These hot dogs seasoned and ready for the grill. Finishing off an old pack of dogs and opening up a new one. Where's that? Here's that knife I opened that hamburger meat with. Now let's open these hot dogs. Bam. So we got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Why 8? They put 8 buns in a pack. Got some bacon I need to make. I gotta make that bacon soon because I need to replenish my bacon grease. That would probably make some incredible gravy. I need to get a few packs of bacon and just keep bacon going. Just keep it cooking. And keep draining it into the... I need to get some cheesecloth. Just probably you gotta order that for sure. I doubt there's anywhere. Well, it's Austin. I'm sure there's somewhere in Austin that'll have that. But yeah, some cheesecloth would be good for that. Harvesting a little bacon grease. And y'all know I'm seasoning my hot dogs the same way I season everything else. A lot of people never think to do this step. A lot of people will skip the seasoning process because, well, it's a hot dog. It's a simple thing, so people think, hey, you know, you just throw it in water, boil it, and throw it on a cold bun that comes straight out of the bag, and slather it with condiments, and you got something that you cooked that you'll be eating in less than 5 minutes. Yeah, just do that. But no, look at this. You see the amount of season that's on these? Like, that's a significant amount of seasoning. You gotta season these things, man. That's just how they are. It's just how it should be. So this hamburger meat's getting closer to that consistency I was talking about, where it's just kind of crumbly and crispy. My strainer's ready. I need to get some. Honestly, I'll just use this big pan. Those big. I'll just strain it into this, because that I can do right here. Did y'all hear that? Wasn't directed at you. That way I'm not putting the grease down the drain. I'll just leave it in this old pan. By the way, there's another trick. Anytime you're draining something, like if you're making something with hamburger meat, you need to drain it. Pouring that in the sink is not good. Do not do that. Do not pour any grease in the sink. It's not good for, it's not good. It's not good for anything. Get a big mixing bowl like this, or you can line the bottom of your sink with like a big sheet of aluminum foil if you want, and then drain into that. That way it doesn't go down to into the sewage. You don't want that sort of thing in your pipes. Getting cold. You've seen what grease looks like when it gets cold. It does that inside your pipes if you don't do this. So anyway, get a big mixing bowl and put your strainer in there. Then just leave this sitting after you're done and let that get hard. It will get hard, and then you can just scrape that out and throw it away. So just do that. It's worth it. All right. Hamburger meat's getting good. I'm gonna go ahead and crack open this can of tomato sauce. This is a 15-ounce can. I really only need 10 ounces of it, but we're gonna see where we end up. Little queso scoop is getting nice and goopy now, which I like. It's a word you don't really, goopy isn't a word you want to hear when you're talking about food, but when you're talking about good queso, that's the consistency you want. Hell yeah, dude. As far as hot dog brands, I suggest there's nothing wrong with a regular cheap red hot dog. The chicken and pork, like your Carolina Pride, or your like, I think Bar S is in Texas. Bar S is a brand here. There's nothing wrong with that. I personally go for a beef hot dog. And when I say a beef hot dog, there's one brand that you stay away from. Stay away from Ballpark. Like, get any other brand of hot dog. Bam. Any other brand of hot dogs that are beef. Nathan's, incredible. I'm a big Hebrew National guy. Hebrew National was probably my favorite before moving to Texas. Hebrew Nationals, Nathan's, all of those are good. Even your generic grocery store brand beef hot dog is way better than Ballpark. Ballpark, that just do a blind taste test, and you get several. Hot dogs are cheap. You can get several different kinds, and get a little pack of Ballparks, because I trust me, they're going to be the worst ones that you're not going to want to eat compared to the rest of them. Just do your own research. The Ballpark is not the way. In Texas, we have the HEB Texas Heritage beef hot dog. The Texas Heritage beef hot dog is incredible. There's also beef brisket dogs. But in my opinion, I feel the same way about brisket burgers. If you're going that route, just do the brisket. Like, a brisket burger is delicious. A brisket hot dog is delicious. But is it that much better than a regular beef hot dog? Not really. All right. I think this hamburger meat, a lot of by the way, I don't know if you guys noticed how much grease was in here. But if you look now, like here, I'll see if I can get this thing to accumulate to one side down there. Like, that's all the grease. Oh, here. That's all the grease that we got left in this out of everything that was in there. So we've kind of cooked a lot of that grease out. What's up, Bradley? Everybody else that has joined that I haven't had a chance to greet yet, hello to you. Hello, Bradley, B&B in the house. Rhino. Good to see y'all. Significant seasoning, that's right. They say white people don't season their foods, bro. I'm here to break stereotypes, you know what I mean? I'm here to let y'all know that we absolutely do be seasoning our foods. I told you guys, once I get the chili done and simmering, that's when I'm going to get the grill going. We're almost there. I do need my secretive ingredients, which Jeff's hot dog chili does call for like a half cup of ketchup for one pot. For one pound. But y'all already know we're doing 2 pounds. And you know what else? Let's go have a word from our sponsors and let that. And by the time we get back, the meat will be ready to be drained. I'm actually gonna twist this way so you guys can. You can look at the instrument rack. That's where I keep all of my guitars. Right as soon as you walk in my door, there's no doubt. Oh, this guy plays guitar, banjo and mandolin and bass. Oh, and there's a keyboard over there too. Oh, keys too? Wow. I'll bring this right here. And yeah, there you go. How many chili dogs will I chow down on tonight? At least 8, you know? And it is a little, I see up there, it's too early for my dinner. It is pretty early for one of these streams. But I don't know if you guys are aware, but we have not played any Skyrim at all this weekend. So I'm trying to rush and get into that Skyrim. You know what I mean? We got a pretty big battle coming up tonight. So got a pretty big battle coming up tonight. If I had to guess. Or battle. I don't know if it's a battle as much as it is like a pretty big just a pretty big event that we're gonna have. No beans, don't worry, Jesse. Bottom there. Now, I need about 10 ounces of this, so I think I'm going to leave that. I'm just putting the tomatoes back in here, and I'm going to let the tomatoes do their thing for a second. Christina! Hey, Christina. What's up, Green Room? What's up, everybody? Everybody in the club watching me cook hot dogs. Yeah, so I'm putting the tomato sauce back in here. There was a lot of stuff that gets caked to the bottom of the pan after you make this hamburger meat thing happen. And this tomato, the acidity from the tomato will pull all of that up into itself. So it'll just be like, now this is really flavorful. This is just really flavorful tomato sauce now. And I'm going to go ahead and get this hamburger meat back in there. And I'm gonna leave this guy that's got all this hamburger grease in it. I'm just letting that do its thing. But this, I'm gonna go ahead and give it a strong rinse with some hot water before it cools off. Just makes the strainer easier to clean. Anyway, there's that for now. And oh snap, shop boys in the house. What's up, shop boys? Wrench time. Hell yeah, Freddie. Bam. Dylan Sullivan. Dylan. Better let those tomatoes do their thing indeed. You kidding me? Those tomatoes have to do their thing. What do you mean? These are all my real life friends, guys. So this will slowly start to get, I'll show you guys where we're getting here. This will slowly start to become like just getting the tomato sauce in there. Here, I'm actually gonna bring you guys over here and give you all that shot for a moment. Because now I'm gonna go in with, if you're doing 1 pound, it's a 1/3 cup of water, but I'm doing 2 pounds of beef because Roll Tide. And then after you get to this point, I guess it's safe to go ahead and add all my other ingredients. For 2 pounds of beef, we got 5 tablespoons or 5 teaspoons of chili powder, 1 teaspoon of sugar, 1 teaspoon salt, 1 teaspoon pepper, 1 teaspoon garlic powder, 1 teaspoon onion powder. And then a couple of nice gulping dashes of Worcestershire sauce. And the recipe calls for a 1/2 cup of ketchup, but my grandmother used to do a nice trick where she would put ketchup and mustard. That was probably, if I had to guess, that was about a 1/2 cup of ketchup. Because I'm doing 2 pounds, I had to double all of these measurements up. And then I'm gonna say about that much mustard. So now, whenever I stir this up, it's magically going to become chili for hot dogs. I say hot dog chili, but people think when I say hot dog chili, they're thinking, oh, you're just chopping up hot dogs. You're just chopping up hot dogs and cooking them in the chili. That's not what's happening here. We just end up with a mess of hot dog chili. This is chili for hot dogs. For chili dogs, rather. So then, once that's all done, then look, you got hot dog chili. So you might notice that it's a little runny. Well, give it time. I caught it. Don't worry, we caught it. Yeah, just give it some time. It'll do its thing. Leave it sitting in here at the heat setting that it was already on. And you see all this stuff here? All of that liquid is going to eventually cook out of it, and it's going to thicken up really nice. Oh snap, y'all hear that? That means that we're going to have to clean up the stove after we get done making this, which you do every time you cook, or you should. Hell yeah. Keep moving around a bit. I'm going to go ahead and kill the heat a little bit on it. It's still going to keep. Should probably put a lid on it. I'm keeping that. All right. Let's go crank the grill up now. It's so cold outside. I'm going to be so fucked. I ended up taking Tuesday off work too because I'm just preparing because I know how my sinuses are. So I'm literally just preparing for how I'm going to feel tomorrow and Tuesday after the weather. These weather changes really fuck me, man. Hot dog sketty. I don't know if I've had hot dog sketty. Frozen shit. Shit. Come on. There we go. At least that one, the ignition works on that one and that one. So I gotta, ever since Super Bowl, when I cooked all them hamburgers, there ended up being a lot of grease accumulation on the bottom of the grill there. So I gotta keep my eye open for a fire, because that's not what we want. So the grill's gonna go ahead and get hot. And that chili is covered, but I need to uncover it now. Put you guys back over here in the home position. It's kind of like, hell yeah, Jackson. What's up, brother? So now that it's cooled off on the bottom a bit, I don't think it's quite boiling like that anymore, right? No, it definitely still is. But I'm still gonna leave that off, the lid off of it for just a bit, because I do want some of that water to cook out. See, that's the thing. If you don't want something to dry out when you're cooking on the stovetop, you cover it, because that keeps all the moisture inside. If you uncover it, then that, like for instance, if you're cooking like Hamburger Helper, for instance, they'll say to put it on and cover it. That way the pasta can cook on the inside, but then uncover it so it can release all of the moisture and thicken up like it's supposed to. That's the process this creates. Just fat person stuff. How the hell are y'all doing out here in the chat? Hell yeah, B&B. Oh, hell yeah. You talking about like a walking taco with the Fritos? No beans. Oh yeah. It's like a walking taco. I mean, I'm gonna have some left for the damn bring it to the club. Should I tap the pot more? The great and powerful Dylan Sullivan. Can somebody please tell Dylan Sullivan to stop murdering so much? Please tell Dylan that he's just too damn funny. Dylan, stop being so funny. That's right, Yonder Blizzard. I'm in the house. We had several of these guys left over from the Super Bowl party, so I'm just doing my part, man. I'm just making room in the refrigerator. All right. Oh, yeah. All right, now see here, like I was saying earlier, come here. Get off of that. Come here. Ha, there we go. This is what I was saying earlier. Actually, I'm going to give you guys a better camera view. This is a better camera. So now a lot of that moisture is cooked away and you see it's like a lot thicker now. This is the consistency, closer to the consistency that you're looking for. You'll see there's like a little accumulation over on the edge over here when I stir it. The longer you simmer it, the more that accumulation is going to just turn into like a more of a meat-based, more of a meat-based thing. Watch out. You know, while I got you guys off of here, let's go ahead and go put the, let's go put these dogs on the grizzy. All right. What? Bam. Oh, there's you a thumbnail. All right. Got it. Now, I'm literally just gonna, you know what? I'm just gonna dump these suckers off here. Perfect. Just like that. Dump them off the plate. So, what's up, Satchel in the house? Good to see you, brother. I'm gonna split these up from about there to accommodate the hot spots on my grill. Bam. Bam. Well, I'm gonna leave that on. Habit. All right. I'm not putting, just so Jackson, I actually said this earlier, because I'm making the chili dogs, I'm actually gonna belay the red hots this time, but Jackson was actually over here the other day, for the Super Bowl party. Jackson had some of those, he had some of these, some of the hot dogs. I was just, Mumford's team been playing in the Super Bowl like literally every year, so we've had a little Super Bowl get together every year over here at the house with the homies. And this last year, most of the stuff that I cook all the time, by the way, is kind of like, it's almost a bit. Like, the things that I cook is kind of prepping me for a fucking Super Bowl. It's like I train all year just to be good enough to cook Super Bowl foods. Fucking cheeseburgers and hot dogs and shit. Always wash your hands too much. Wash your hands too much when you're cooking. You bag this fucker up and come over here. Is that gonna stay? I gotta tighten up these things on the mic stand because it keeps falling. All right, now this chili's going. Because I made all those hamburgers the other day and there's a good bit of grease on the bottom of the grill, I'm just gonna keep a cup of water on hand and keep an eye on the grill. Hold on, let me actually just beat my head out there. Just drop this cup out here on this table full of water. I'll be right back. If anything happens, let me know. All right, so far so good on the grill. Nothing abnormal is happening. The chili is doing exactly what it's supposed to be doing. All right, and then we got a big pack of hot dog buns. I like to grill the buns too. The buns need to be grilled as well. Yeah, we do not want that to happen, Satch. All good, Satch. Good to see you, brother. Glad you're here. Put all this away that I'm not using right now. And I'm like pretty confident just looking at this that this is exactly what I wanted the outcome to be like. So I haven't even tasted this yet. Also, a hot dog on a grill. I've said this every single time I've made hot dogs. I can't stress this enough. Burn them. I can't stress this enough. That's so important to the texture and to the flavor. You want that char on there. That's what you're looking for. Like even the things that, like, if you think back to like the best hot dogs or the best food you've ever had, be honest, a lot of it is done in a way that might, if it's explained to you, you'd be like, I'm not sure if I'm crazy about something being burnt, eating something burnt. Trust me, that's what you want. And what I want right now is another one of these chips with this queso, bro. You know what I'm talking about? Shit. Watch out. It's a good consistency now. All right. Let's go take a look at the dogs. Take a look at the dogs. So that right there, that's kind of what I like. And these right here, see, that's a super hot spot. These right here, extra done. So what we'll do with those, we'll put those up on that part of the grill because it's cooler. And that's that. And we're good. No flames yet where they're not supposed to be. No flames where they're not supposed to be. Now, that plate that I washed a second ago should be dry enough now. That's a better view. And I'm going to populate this plate with some hot dog buns. Got that. Bop, bop, bop. And this chili is just about ready to be put on simmer instead of the temperature it's at right now. I'll show you guys the consistency we're at now with this. So yeah, that hot dog chili is nice. Tight, nice and tight. Hell yeah. Look, is it falling? Nope. Honestly, I'm gonna go ahead and pull this down to low. Have one more chip in case of baking soda. What's up, Gregory? What's up, Phil? Hell yeah, dude. I'm gonna bring this whole thing out. Except I'm going to raise it up like this instead of the weak selfie stick. I'll use the stand to raise it up. Chili on low. A sip for the boys. And let's go. Ah. Perfect. So, these hot dogs is done for sure. Honestly, I'll probably just kind of, these are for sure good. They're good on one side. So now, start by letting these buns get comfortable with some heat. See, that's already burning right there. So let's flip it to the other side. This one's probably doing the same thing in it. Yep. And this one probably. That one's all right. So that's getting super crispy in that spot right there. And you hear that? Already. And this. Already a nice little crispy bun. This part doesn't take like hardly any time at all to do and really makes a big difference. Wait on that one. Let's go ahead and flip this guy this way. I know that's going to be necessary. Same with this one. Look at that. It just looks cool, doesn't it? Look good. For a dog. Yeah, that spot right there is super hot. maybe just a couple seconds is fine on that spot there. Yeah. And this is the most burnt bun for sure. The most burnt bun is going to get the least burnt dog. And the second most burnt bun, these can probably flip now. So these buns can kind of show you how the heat on this grill works. All my heat's like right here together. Edges. Bring that and just, I'm gonna just show you how fast this spot right here can do this. I'm gonna do like just a couple seconds a spot. And this thing's gonna be like, this one right here is gonna be like super crispy. This one, this guy. There's two that are done there. Oh, that one got crispy. Oh, that one got crispy. I'm not worried about it. I kind of, like I was saying, I like the textures of the burn, you know. Kill the heat on that one. I'll go ahead and drop this guy in here. Bam. This one can get this guy. This one can get this guy. I'm going to be playing some games in a little bit. Once I'm finished with this, finished cleaning and putting everything away, we're going straight into the gaming. Oh yeah, see that's like, that's kind of ideal right there. That's how I would ideally like that to be. Some of them get a little bit more crispy, but that's just how it happens. It's fine. And that super crispy dog, actually put that on top, I want to see that. Yeah. And we're gonna go ahead and kill all this heat. Kill the propane. Got that, got that. And even then you see like nice charred up. The big burnest one gets the least burnt bun. Bottom. That. Stack these guys. Bam. So there's that. Got that. Now let's maneuver all of this stuff back inside. And we're done out here. Lock and light. And now we're ready. That easy. That simple. Ah. What's up, Swan? How you doing, brother? Shalom to you. I'm breaking my rule. My rule is normally never sit anything on the stovetop. Like never, even though it is a surface, never sit anything on it because there's a chance that one of these eyes is on and it's just gonna burn the shit out of you when you go to pick up whatever it is you sat down. But since I'm only using this one, it wasn't really that big of a deal today. So, yeah, I'm gonna show you all this, the building process and how I do this. This is going to make you hungry if you're not already. Just so you know. I'm gonna get all of my toppings here. Some slaw. A little sweet relish. Ketchup and mustard. All right, so let me get a, we're gonna start, you know what? I'm gonna start with this crispy one. Look at how crispy this bun got. Now, this might freak some people out. I am not some people. I am not freaked out. So I'm going to get a good scoop of chili. Swipe that sucker all over with some chili there. And then there we go. Don't fall. Why is it falling? Here, let's do that. Balance it out a little more. There we go. So now, my dogs get a little slaw on top. A little relish on top. And the relish is kind of powerful, so that's enough. Okay. And then, of course, even though there's ketchup and mustard in the chili, and this is going to show you, it doesn't matter how you put the ketchup down. Ketchup doesn't matter. What matters when you're doing a dog is the mustard application. It pops out the most, and if you nail this part, looks like a strong hot dog. Bam. How you like that? That's what we're here for, right? That's what we're here for, right? This is the part that you guys were all waiting for, right? This is what we're here for. Look at that. Brother. Hell yeah, Dylan. Thank you. I just want to say, I didn't even taste the chili until I had a bite of that hot dog. We did it right. Oh, fuck me, dude. This is so good. And that's that. That's how you make chili dogs. I'm going to, where's that one? The most lightly cooked one. Not that one. It's not any of these. It might be this one. It's probably this one. I'm gonna go with this one next. The one that got cooked, that got burnt the least. Once again, I'm a fan of the burn. I like the flavor of the burn. Chili and slaw is a Carolina thing. Carolina dog or a Carolina burger comes with chili and slaw. And for hot dog toppings, slaw is a pretty underrated topping if you also do the chili. I don't want slaw if there's not chili as well. Now my nose is going. All right. Chili, slaw, relish. Oh, the ketchup. But dude, that mustard hitter, bro. That mustard application. The application of mustard. Just really sets it off, doesn't it? Doesn't that look delicious? Good Lord, doesn't it look delicious? Pretty damn delicious. I'm going to I don't really have a lot to clean. But I am going to clean and put away what I'm not going to use. Then I said 8. I would normally eat 8 of these fuckers if it's just like bun, dog, ketchup, mustard, or red hots or whatever. But because I'm doing all the extra toppings, not doing 8 of these. I might only do like 1 or 2 more like this and keep the rest for later. Okay, you're right. Maybe 2 or 3 more. You're right. You know me. So I get the little flavor of like the little burnt bun, that ashy taste almost is like, it's a flavor that adds to the thing. Yeah, you know, don't knock it till you try it. This one came through with a vengeance. This one was mad. That might be a little too much, but what can you do? Can't win them all. I think we're going to, we're diving into some sort of thing in in Skyrim that I forget. I forget what it's called. Boba called it out the other day whenever I said we were going to do it. And then we spent an entire episode just upping armor and weapons and prepping for this thing that we're going to be doing. So we spent a whole episode getting prepped for this big thing that we're going to do on this episode tonight of Yonder Live. So if you guys are interested in that sort of thing, that's going to be happening probably within the next half hour, give or take. Like I said, I don't have a whole lot to clean up here or break down. We're not doing the multicam setup where I have to get my computer and all the cameras and everything taken down. I'm just using my phone. So, by the way, my phone dies during this and this thing goes away. Sorry. I had enough battery to get a good hour or two stream in, and we're only at like, well, hour and a half, give or take. That was not directed at any of you. Hell yeah, dude. And I'm just gonna go straight in with this burnt bite. That flavor I was just talking about, everything else on the dog cancels out how much of a burnt texture is on this edge. And you have that little, on the back end, that little bite of the ashy burnt, which in my opinion is indicative of grilling. Like that's the thing that's part of the reason why grilling is superior to cooking inside, is because you get that. This shit makes me so happy, y'all. And I've got the kind of brain, it's hard to keep it happy a lot of the time. But I'm telling y'all, this is really doing the trick right now. Keep that queso in the fridge for a later time. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and pack this chili up, but first I'm going to hit up a couple of these dogs with some That way, I'm gonna save the other two without. Now, do I have a big enough? Of course I do. Of course I do. The rest of that chili away. Oh, it smells so good, y'all. Just got a whiff of the seasonings. So this large container is a lot. It is a lot. It's so good. So I'm just gonna leave this in this container for long enough to get close to room temperature before I put it in the refrigerator. I don't like to shock things like that. I'm not crazy about shocking things temperature-wise like that. That's not a. I don't like putting hot things in the cold refrigerator. I don't know that that's a good thing. By the way, you know how clean this pan is already by just rinsing it out a little. Oh, my nose is running now. The first part was for the fellas. This part's for the ladies. Boy, they love to see you clean something, I tell you. And this takes literally like no time. And once you commit to doing it and you're started doing it, like it takes the amount of effort that it takes versus the amount of effort that, or rather the amount of stress that it creates knowing that you have to do this again later. The effort is so much, the stress of not doing it is so much greater than the effort of doing it. Just fucking go ahead and wash it. Get it done. Because I rinsed this off when it was still warm. This is much easier to get clean. Most of this stuff I would just put in the dishwasher because I'm using the dishwasher a lot more now than I ever have in my life. But this is such a small amount of dishes that there's no use in taking up space in the dishwasher when I could just go ahead and get it clean now. And we'll be nice and fueled up for the game. We're gonna definitely have a little marathon stream tonight. And that's gonna be fun. That guy dry. Wooden spoon, a little hot water. All of the mess that was on it. Hot water while it's still hot. All of it comes right off. You can kind of treat wooden spoons like cast iron, but I would use soap on wooden spoons. But after they're dry, you can also like oil them, like coat a wooden spoon in oil, which kind of helps to preserve the wood and keep it from like having any sort of blemishes that will let moisture inside and cause like a mold, which you don't want at all. So oiling them up might extend the life of a wooden spoon. After they're dry, you got to make sure there's no moisture left in the thing before you oil it, just like a cast iron. You definitely don't want to seal that in. Bam. Got them. All right. And these guys. All right. Those guys can hang tied up there. I keep all these paper towels around for these occasions so that once I'm done, I can use all these little spare pieces of used paper towels I dried my hands with. I dried something off with. Wipe this part down. Got this guy. That fork I'm not done with quite yet. But the stove. The stove's a different story. Keep forgetting that the angles, this mic stand doesn't like these angles. There we go. That holds it up better. So I don't need this tomato sauce. There's no point in keeping it. So these are the only paper towels I got left. So I'm gonna come across the top. Oh, that's still on. I wonder that was hot. Give it a nice little once over before I bring in the little sponge. I'm gonna hit it with a little bit more soap. And then I just treat this like a dish. I wash it when I'm done. I'm doing that eye last because it was still hot when I just turned it off. And then and it's not gonna be perfect. There's gonna be some streaks and shit in it, but it's clean. And I know that when I go to cook on it again, that it will be clean. This is important for several reasons. Mainly, I'm one of those guys that if I'm cooking and I'm stirring something and something comes out and falls onto the stove, I'm putting it back in. Because damn it, it's important. Part of the dish, it was supposed to be in there. So, anyway. If we had some like newspaper, the newspaper is really good for this sort of thing. Keeps it from being like super streaky. But I don't need to see out of it. I just need to cook on it, you know? Bam. Tell you what, this pot lid, I was gonna put that in the dishwasher. I got something right here. Hold everything. I'll be back over there for you. All right. Now lid clean. drippings of bullshit over here. All of this transfer over. All right, so now we're good. I have one more chili dog. Put this slaw away. We'll drop the relish, but I didn't lose any or break the jar. That's good. I lost a cap to this relish the other day, so I just wrapped the shit out of it with aluminum foil. And now that's the cap. So it's nearly as sealed as it was with the cap on it. And then a little bit of catsup, a little bit of mustard. Bam. Oh yeah. I'm a regular man. I eat my hot dogs, chili. I eat with chili and slaw, because I'm a regular man. I wish I could capture this feeling I feel right now and have little moments of it when I need it in other times in my life. It just makes me feel nice. So what all do I got left here? This little ramekin.
nice little plate. These other tongs that are sitting over here, I think I'm gonna throw them away. They're not mine, but I don't want to throw someone else's stuff away. But just got rust on the thing, man. That can't be good. Can't be good, right? There's that. And honestly, this little Jack Daniels snifter. I'll leave that guy there to dry, because this is a regular man. Like to sit and get dry. So I'm gonna feel this. Yeah, this chili's still way too warm to go to the refrigerator yet. Hell yeah, Bradley, thank you, buddy. You guys are doing well. We got 17 watching and 17 thumbs ups. That's clutch. That's all you can ask for. I love it when it's an even number on each side. I'm gonna leave. Actually, no, I'm gonna go ahead and wash this fork before I clean my sponge. And yeah, you got to clean the sponge. A lot of people freak out over these sponges like this. Because I'll use it to wash my dishes that I eat with, but also the stove. Where do you think the food comes from that I cook? So I'm literally, this is all just a big dish. Like your stove is just another dish that needs to be washed. But if you take care of these things, which I think you guys have watched enough of this to know that I kind of take care of these things. This can go in the dishwasher. If you take care of these things, they will. And you guys remember when I was telling you about leaving your, look at that, all that in the bottom now of this little guy down here. So I can just take some paper towels and this isn't going how I thought it was gonna. I was like, I can just take some paper towels and just scoop this shit out. Just kind of how it's going, but I'm gonna utilize this spoon here. That way it'll just be easier to get into the trash can at the end, because you don't necessarily want to pour like hot grease into a trash can. Ah! Don't do that. Clunky mess off. Now we employ a couple of, I want to get this hot. Did y'all hear that? That wasn't directed at you. 18 and 18, we're doing it, guys. We're crushing it. Get a little hot water down in on them. And by the time you get to the point to where you can't wipe no more up, and you can wash it. And the soap cut through the grease, and this amount that's left on the side, not ideal, but it's a lot better than just dumping the grease down the sink. You never want to do that. This guy lives on top of the fridge. We're gonna go ahead and dry him off and put him back to bed. All right. And, don't worry, I caught it. And he's ready to go for next time. Okay. Wind it on it. You know what? That spoon can actually go in the dishwasher. There we go. Now, I think I'm comfortable with cleaning this sponge. When you get done using a sponge, you get the water as hot as you can stand it and run it through the sponge and squeeze it out until you absolutely can't stand it anymore, and then just go to warm. But what you want to do is squeeze the absolute life out of this thing. Try to get all the moisture, make sure all the soap is out of it, because that you don't want inside the sponge just growing. And then just squeeze the shit out of it until nothing comes out of it anymore. And bam. Yeah. You got you a nice clean sponge to use the next time. The second that you smell the sponge, throw it away. The second that you go to wash something with it and the smell of a sponge is on your hand, throw it away immediately. Paper towel goes back where paper towel goes. Probably got another probably 20 minutes before I can put that chili in the refrigerator. I'm just gonna leave these guys out here. I'll come back for them later. These two guys come with me, and you guys will come with me. What? All right, I'll put that where it goes in a little bit. So now, all better than the garbage disposal. That's right. I don't even like to do that, Jade. I don't even like to. I try to keep it away from like the wildlife, you know, best that I can. Because I don't think that's good for them. Or it might be. Maybe they eat it. I don't know. But something in my... Did y'all hear that one? Ooh, did you hear it? Can I hear if y'all heard that? But something in my... Did y'all hear that one? Ooh, let's see if we can get you another one. Nope, just one. But anyway, yeah, but yeah, I mean like the bugs in the yard. Like I don't know if that's good for the grass. Oh, that wasn't a fart. You would have known if it was a fart. That was my back. That was the sound that you guys heard was my back cracking. All right, let me. But yeah, I don't know. I just don't know if putting grease in the ground is good for like the vegetation that grows, like my literally my yard, my lawn. If I own this place, I might not care so much. Right? Yeah, honestly, I wouldn't mind having like a grease pit out back. We might have a little grease pit out back or something like that. Place to put that stuff that's safe, because I'm a weirdo about like recycling and I'm weird. I'm weird about stuff like that. So I usually get a little thing over here and a little thing packed up here for us. A little word from our sponsies. Our sponsy onesies. So this will be episode Yonder Live 316. What's up, Adam in the house? Good to see you, brother. Yonder Live 316. For Yonder so loved his YouTube people, he gave his only begotten chili dog, so that whoever subscribed and liked his videos should not perish but have everlasting life. Have y'all ever heard that verse before? Everybody knows the 316, but not a lot of people know 317, which a lot of Christians could do for reading 317. For those of you who don't know, John 3:16 is, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, so that whosoever believeth in him shall not perish but have everlasting life. But John 3:17 says, for God sent his Son to the world to not condemn the world, but that through him the world might be saved. A lot of them be out here condemning. A lot of them Christian folk be out condemning. Anyhow, we're going episode 316. I'm having a word from my sponsors right now. We're going to get a title going. Okay, so let's go ahead. First things first, part 11, number 316, and then we rewrite the whole beginning part. Let's go with, I think I'm in love with Skyrim. Valentine's weekend marathon. Bam, bam. Thanks for watching. Membership tier, tip menu, Frankie links. Also got the Discord in the descriptions.
Valentine's Weekend Marathon. I think I'm in love with Skyrim. That actually sounds like a pretty catchy title that people might want to click on. Yeah, that sounds like a clickable title. Yeah, that sounds like a. Sorry, I yelled. Y'all know I can't help myself when I get on that sauce. The Heineken does a really good job of these. I really like the double zeros. They're actually really nice. Okay. So, bring you guys over here. Open up, bitch. Open! There we go, got it opened up. Sorry, I yelled again. We'll give you guys the alternate view. How about that? You never get that view. So I'm going to... That's already set at the perfect height. Let's get this camera set up. OBS camera, yes, I know. Wow, that's actually kind of loud. Meet me about halfway there. There we go. That's better. So now that's on. Let me get this phone clipped in there and straight and plugged in. Yeah, there we go. And then our chat monitor. My chat monitor phone here. Oh, snap. It's funny because I got the chat for this thing already on my... So this just puts any chat of any video up. No matter what it is, it just throws anything through. What's up, Sean? Get my little chat monitor here opened up. Yeah, take a minute. It's everything, right? And I go ahead and get my soundboard opened up. Gary Panisse. Gary Panisse.
Stop me, beautiful!
Well, safer than a tube sock.
Got my soundboard going. Songs are ready. We're connected to the Wi-Fi here, so YouTube should load any second now. Bam, back online. Go to view channel. And there's that for the live. So now we just leave that on that screen until we're ready to use it. Go ahead and minimize our voice meter. Our title. You guys think that's a good title? I think I'm in love with Skyrim Valentine's Weekend Marathon. Should we put... I don't have emojis to put there. And plus it doesn't matter. I don't need that. I don't need that. I don't need that. My face is breaking out and I can't stop touching it. Send help. Oh my God, I'm so stupid. Why am I picking at this thing? We're doing that on YouTube and Twitter. Going live on YouTube and X. You built a snowman in the front yard and then shot it in the face? Hell yeah, brother. Take that, snowman. Take that, snow dude. Okay. So it is 11:10.
let's have one more word from our sponsors here. And then we'll take like a couple minute break. And we'll come back with some Skyrim from the studio here. Ooh, also, before we get off here, let me check something. I recorded a new shower talks for the Patreon. For those of you who don't know, I record these, I record like really, okay, and it's not there yet. I record these like really intimate podcasts, for Patreon that's like just 15 to 20 minutes of me kind of talking about stuff I don't talk about anywhere else. And they're usually about sensitive topics, about like real life things that wouldn't work for a podcast or a live stream, or it would just be, I don't know, it's just things that I want to say to get off my chest. And those live on my Patreon. So if you guys want to be part of that, I post videos sporadically over there, but most of them are those shower talks, which is like, I used to do them on Periscope back in the day. R.I.P. Brody, you got it. I used to do them on Periscope back in those days when that was the thing, and then I switched it to Discord after it got weird on Periscope. And then, and Periscope also shut down. But, yeah, those live on Patreon now. I think I've put one out on YouTube so you can see what it is. And by the way, it's like, there's nothing weird about it. Like it passed YouTube's algorithms. So like, and they're very strict about things that they allow. So it made it through that. So there's nothing weird or nefarious about these videos. It's literally just a podcast that I record while I'm in the shower, and you see nothing more than you do right now. Like, but anyway, I got another one recorded, and I got to get it out. I also need to put out those other those old secret shows. I think I got 2 backed up. Ah, shit. I think I got 2 backed up that never made it out before we started going live. I deserve that. All right. I'm going to start sounding like RFK Jr. in a minute because I won't be able to catch my breath all the way. And I just know how much he would hate knowing the fact that I just made chili dogs out of... Do you even know all of the ingredients that are in the powders you put in to make your chili? And then you should really maybe make something a little healthier. I'm sure you don't care. Anyway. So yes, this marathon that we're about to embark on is going to indeed be epic. We play Skyrim sometimes, but I always suggest that you never do that while eating hot dogs or after. Martin does it way better. No pun intended. I'm going to take the last sip of this guy. Our beverage for tonight, we're starting off with a Coca-Cola. And we are transitioning to pineapple. Yeah, a little pineapple Fanta at the end of that. So that's going to be what we're drinking tonight. I need to go run down some ice. It's already probably 20 minutes after 11:16. I tell you what, let's plan on 11:30. I want to start off on a round number. Let's meet back at 11:30 and we'll play a little Skyrim. Does that sound good to everyone? Make sure to check all of your ingredients in all of your food. Anyway, yeah. Be sure to check all the ingredients in all of your food. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Only this part's working. I miss that part about living the life I used to live, is when you would get that little, and all of a sudden it would just slap the back of your throat, and then you'd just be like, whoa! Rally, we're back. That's what just happened. It felt like that. Very reminiscent. All right, so these Skyrim episodes have been getting crazy. I'm hoping this one is going to be the same way. Shout out to you guys in the chat for making this a really cool place to be for people when they show up. We rarely have people who pop in and then never come back. And you guys are responsible for that. And I'm so grateful to have each and every one of you. I'm so grateful to have each and every one of you here, creating a really nice community for the new folks when they pop in. Because each and every one of you were a new person at some point. And because the chat was already awesome, you guys hung around. So you guys hung around. I'm really glad that you did that. Thank you all for being as awesome as you are. And I will see y'all back here in about 10 minutes, okay? Roll Tide, everybody. Night, night.